tears for the tear god, salt for the salt throne, and gas the leaf tribe.
So here's an interesting fact about strategy. If your strategic moves fail to produce the desired result, you've employed the wrong strategy. Your strategy is bad and you should feel bad.
Hear the song of Slanesh. Hear this dirge and despair.
The Premier of Saskatchewan, Scott Moe, has, the day after the election, released this statement. A new deal with Canada. The path our federal government has been on the last 4 years has divided our nation. Last night's election results showed the sense of frustration and alienation in Saskatchewan is now greater than it has been at any point in my lifetime. Here in Saskatchewan, the Conservatives won 14 out of 14 seats. In Alberta, the Conservatives won 33 out of 34 seats. There were no Liberals elected in either province. In Canada, we now have a Liberal minority government that did not receive the popular vote, has no clear mandate, will be supported either by a fourth-place party that has never governed, or a party that does not want to be part of this nation. This minority government also has no representation from Saskatchewan or Alberta. It's time for a new deal with Canada. Last night, Prime Minister Trudeau stated to Saskatchewan and Alberta, "I've heard your frustration. I want to be there to support you." Those are nice words, but we need action, not words. This is more important given that Mr. Trudeau spent the last days campaigning against the Western Canadian energy industry in Quebec. If he is serious, if he really means it, here is what he could do right away. 1. Cancel the federal carbon tax. 2. Commit to negotiate a new equalization formula that is fair to Saskatchewan and Alberta. 3. Commit to develop a plan to ensure Saskatchewan and Alberta can get our exports to international markets. This means pipelines. Shortly after this statement dropped, Premier of Alberta, Jason Kenney, wrote a 4-page statement that's basically the same. So the Conservative premiers of Saskatchewan and Alberta, and the populations of those provinces that voted all of these Conservative MPs into office, are now asking the Liberal minority government to run with the PPC's policies. It amazes me. It amazes me. Really. I'm hearing chatter, Twitter, Facebook, that Albertans are saying it's clear now we're not culturally compatible with the rest of Canada, where Alberta, the West, has to separate. This was a powerful statement that Western Canada made. Not culturally compatible. People in Alberta and Saskatchewan didn't vote for the party offering them all of these things they're now saying they need to thrive. They've been saying they need these things to survive and thrive. They didn't vote for the party that offered it to them. Instead, they voted against the guy in power for a different party that wasn't offering them this anyway. Sounds typically Canadian to me. A powerful statement. Statement was made, but not the one you think. Actually, 2 statements. The first is, the West can't even into strategy. The second is, all that talk about how the West is like Canada's Texas and everyone out there's got balls. Apparently that's bullshit. If there was any group of people in this country that I thought would say, fuck the established parties, fuck your strategy, I'm voting for what I believe is in my best interest, I'm voting for myself, I'm voting for these things, I thought it would have been out West. Yeah. who's this guy from Ontario who thinks he can talk shit about Albertans and their balls? I'm a guy who voted for these things. I voted for a canceling the federal carbon tax. I voted for committing to a new equalization formula that's fair to Saskatchewan and Alberta. I voted for pipelines. I voted PPC. See, I think the powerful statement would have been 47 purple seats across those provinces. Yeah, I know. It wouldn't have made any gains this term. But you'd be in a better boat because you'd have definitely got Ottawa's attention and the attention of the entire nation. That would have been a fucking sight. But oh no, Max couldn't win. You didn't win. And separating, not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Forget about the Clarity Act that makes it ridiculous and just too hard anyway. But read Scott Moe's statement and the sideways glance that he gives to the Bloc for not wanting to be part of this nation. Read Jason Kenney's statement that opens with, Albertans are patriotic Canadians. Your premiers aren't going to take any of the steps necessary to even begin. There won't be any referendum. No steps will be taken towards secession from Confederation. It's just not going to happen. And strategically, like, that was your end game? Yeah, we're going to win or we're going to secede. Fucking strategy. Like, we're going to... You got to look farther than one step ahead. Hey, you know, 300,000 of us tried. We tried to get you these things. We just wish you'd tried too.
Relevant links to shit I said in the description. Maybe. I'm Irving Twin. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's a free country. At least it used to be.
They would silence us?